MacVoices at ShowStoppers. Leia provides a series of apps that will expand your use of 3D for both business and personal use. MacVoices is supported by Zocdoc. Go to Zocdoc.com/MacVoices and download the Zocdoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's Zocdoc, ZocDoc.com/MacVoices, Zocdoc.com/MacVoices. MacVoices is at ShowStoppers at CES in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, this is something that's very unusual, and it's going to be a little hard for you to see on camera, but trust me, it is as it claims. We're in the Leia booth, talking to Nima about LoomPad. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this because it is very impressive looking.
Thank you.
And it really works. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard to explain technology, but Leia has created something called the diffractive Lightfield backlight. It's an evolution of 3D technology, which is an additional backlight layer behind an LCD, which allows you to generate a 3D light field image. What this means is you're able to see 3D with the naked eye without having to wear any special glasses, and it's the most comfortable high-resolution 3D experience ever made.
And it really is 3D. I mean, that's it. It's not like a hokey fake kind of 3D. It's like a real 3D.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we focused on was obviously 3D is coming on in the past, and a lot of prior products just weren't that good. We focused on making the experience amazing. We thought that 3D is beautiful, but if the content isn't good, if the experience isn't good, if the technology is not good, no one's going to want it. So instead, we try to integrate with as many of the different ecosystems as we could. We have an Android-based tablet, and we have a Windows-based monitor. However, we support various different formats, including Apple iPhone depth maps. When you take a portrait mode image, we can extract the depth from the portrait mode and show that in 3D on our device as well. So we're trying to integrate with every single platform possible.
So is this a situation, because they were telling me earlier in the booth, that this can be a gaming platform, this can be a chat platform,
Absolutely.
So it's not just static images.
No, not at all. So we have 3D video chat for the first time is launching on this new device. However, we have photos, videos, and games, and real-time applications, including 3D modeling and things like that, already loaded on the device and have been here since last generation. We can also take any 2D photo or video and convert it into 3D in real time using our machine learning technology.
So, okay. So do I have, you and I are going to do a video chat.
Sure, yeah.
Do we both have to have these, or can I just be using like a plain old Zoom device of some kind?
That is an incredible question. That's a perfect question for this product. So at launch, which is going to be in about 2 to 3 months, the app Leia Chat is only going to support LoomPads. However, following up very quickly, probably by April, we're going to be releasing a version for iPhone and Android, which means that anyone can be on any device, and it will automatically go between 2D and 3D, and it'll be converted to be 3D on the LoomPad. Now, there are some huge benefits here. For example, iPhone has the True Depth camera on the front. We can take the 3D data from the True Depth camera and use that to generate the 3D light field image on the LoomPad on the other side. We are going to continue connecting different ecosystems to create the most wonderful experience we can, given your hardware capabilities.
But to be clear, I'm only going to get that 3D effect on the LoomPad. You're not going to be able to do it on an iPad or iPhone.
Correct. For video, it's actually pretty difficult for us to show the 3D effect on other devices. However, for photos, we do have multiple technologies to show it off. We have something called depth tilt, which allows you on an iPhone to take an image and tilt it around and see the different depth angles from that image. And then we also allow you to do that same thing by creating an animation. We call those light field animations. You could go to 3d.leiapix.com or convert.leiapix.com and see 2 different experiences where an iPhone can upload a regular 2D image and you'll be able to see it in full 3D being animated in different ways.
And you brought up the True Depth camera and the way that Apple can do the portrait. And that's as good a comparison as I can give the viewers to what I'm seeing here. You know, although this is just more than that. So Yeah.
We think the depth that Apple does is really good. That's why we utilize it. Other platforms we've used, some of them have good depth, but most of them are not really useful. So we throw away the depth data and then just estimate it ourselves. As I said, you can take any 2D image and we can convert it to 3D because we have the power of machine learning that can estimate that depth. But in the case where the depth data is actually good, like the LiDAR on iPhone 12 Pro and newer devices, we utilize that to generate the highest quality image we can.
So you were talking about what was shipping when later, but what's the availability now of this? What kind of pricing do we have?
Yeah, so we've shipped multiple products in the past. We had the LoomPad 2020, as we call it, and this is the LoomPad 2023. The 2020 model is fully sold out, unfortunately, since last July. We've sold every single unit. This one will be coming out in about 2 to 3 months, so watch out for Mobile World Congress for additional announcements.
Great. One more time, the website is?
LeiaInc.com, LeiaInc.com.
Great. Nima, thank you very much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
You did a better job of explaining it than I did.
Cheers.
Folks, more from CES and ShowStoppers in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.